All right, guys, good morning and welcome back here. It's May 17th. It's a Monday, and we got SNMP popping up here. Almost 9 a.m. right now. I did no trades pre-market. Right here, you see, right here. I have a limit order, just one share to buy on SPCE, just to kind of put it on my watch list, but no trades. Right now I'm watching SNMP. It was a very calm pre-market here, so that's why I wasn't trading. Everything was below 20%, and I was like, I'm not going to do any trading. But around 8 right here, 8:45, SNMP starts flying here on a pretty nice catalyst. I gotta say, if we come over here, let's refresh this. SNMP USA oil and gas company, 40 million market cap roughly, 40 million float roughly, 60% gapping right now pre-market. Go here to the news. Evolve announces agreement with NVVE and Stonepeak. We're actually swing trading this company. I might be saying it wrong, but we are swing trading that company to pursue a $750 million joint venture, Levo, to deploy turnkey electric vehicle charging and transportation as a service for school buses and other commercial fleets. We've been talking about NVVE for so long with their charging stations and their electric buses. If you go here and then you go to electric buses, charging stations, I've always been pretty bullish on this company. Maybe even our swing trade portfolio is up a little bit, and VVE here, it is actually up a little bit today, $137. Let's actually pull it up. NVVE. So yeah, we accumulated a little bit more of this ticker. We bought it originally pre-merger, so that's why you don't see my limit order here. But we are long 1396 on this one. We are down overall in the day. Actually, what here? NVVE. Yeah, on the day we're down 137. Overall, we're down 690 on this one. Yeah, it's been selling off, kind of like the whole entire EV sector, just taking a little bit of hit from Tesla to the SPACs. I mean, they've all been taking a hit. Let's go back here to our day trading and put, yeah, let's actually highlight NVVE as well. I sold MNMD today as well. We were long this ticker on our swing portfolio. You can see here I sold it pre-market today. I would probably consider buying this one back, and we'll see if I do, where I do it. But for now, I just kind of took profits here to reallocate later. But I want to consolidate a little bit my swing trade portfolio. I think those are the two major things that are kind of going on here today in our swing trade portfolio overall. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back and talk about SNMP, because this ticker's moving right now, and we might even be able to squeeze in a little bit of a day trade here. I'm so excited that we're seeing something move. I'm just like, woohoo, about time. Although I gotta say, I am exhausted. Yesterday, there was a little bit of day drinking going on. I got home, I kind of chilled, had a dinner, went to bed pretty early, but then woke up early. I've been up since 5:30 a.m., which is, this is a long time ago. We're 6 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time, so for me, it's 3 p.m. right now, so I'm a little tired, and I felt like I was making more espressos, but at one point I was like, when you like the coffee doesn't do anything, so I took like a little 15-minute nap, hoping that would help, but I don't know. I think I just need a good night's sleep. I'm already drinking good night tea, actually. It's got Camilla, lavender, all that good stuff in it. I think 5:30 is pretty early. For me, I think it's early. Sometimes it's my default. But lately I've been getting up at like 6:15. Let's see here. SNMP slowing down just slightly, but it's still my favorite ticker that we're seeing here pre-market, which it doesn't mean a lot because pre-market's pretty slow right now. So SNMP, another ticker that we had popping up here a little bit. I don't even see it. Yeah, there it is, ARPO. Also roughly over $1. Decent rate of change though. If we just go back to this one, ARPO, we might see this one pop again. USA Biotech, 45 million float, 50 million market cap. Let me actually readjust here this video camera. Looks like I'm a little bit out of frame. Yeah, 50 million market cap. Reports Q1 financial results. I think I've said this in the last live streams, but financial quarterly results, unless they're really, really good, I'm not the craziest fan of that kind of catalyst. It's a good, sustainable catalyst, and sometimes you can kind of feel like, okay, there's going to be a solid 40% day today, but it's not going to usually give you one of those 1, 2, 3, 400% profit days, unless the catalyst is like the revenue is like times 10 or something from what it was expected. But even then, it kind of is like it's a concrete number. While something like this, USA Oil and Gas SNMP with this partnership, it's kind of a little bit more exciting because you can be like, oh man, well, where's this going to go? Where's this going to take the company? So the valuation is a little bit harder to price in, which I find usually results in better day trading. So we'll see what we kind of get. For now, ARPO and SNMP are definitely our two lead gappers. Yeah, Ben, that's me today as well. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop doing the caffeine because it's clearly not working for me today. So far, it's holding the $110 zone pretty good. It definitely has proven to hold its highs here. Might see another double top coming up. Could result in about an 8% profit. I've yet to trade anything pre-market, so I'm kind of just sitting here. Kind of thinking about trading space. Again, I have my one limit order here to kind of snag this one if it sells off again. We'll just move it up. But this could be a great reversal. I've been waiting for a big bottom bounce on space for a while now. We had that low here at the 17, roughly at 1380. That's like a 70. That's almost here. It's like a 78% sell-off. That's crazy. I mean, SPCE is guaranteed to bounce. I mean, they just had some good catalysts coming out that they're on their way to getting their first satellite launches going. After this sell-off, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, we're bound to bounce on this ticker. I'm pretty bullish. I think honestly, days like today is just when you want to have cash on the sideline and be ready to go. Or not really days like today, but just in general, the way the market's been performing. I mean, Coinbase back at 250. Pre-market they went below 250. Space all-time lows. Well, not all-time lows, but for what it feels like, it's all-time lows. So it's just it's exciting stuff. Yeah, Ben, I'm on the same page there. I mean, you guys know that I'm typically looking for tickers between $2 and $7. That's kind of my favorite spot. But $1.50 or so, I guess we'll take it if that's what's being thrown at us. Sometimes we trade cheaper, and sometimes we trade more expensive tickers. But yeah, can't always pick and choose. Float below 50 million, ideally below 10 million with a catalyst, strong spike history. Actually, let's take a look at SNMP with the spike history here. We've traded this ticker before. We've had some nice green days, some spiker days. So this is definitely no stranger to spikes. So that's good. We definitely have some upside potential. 1-2 is obviously big resistance. We try to crack this area several times, all of which were failed attempts here at 1-2. But I think if we could crack 1-2, we might run to 1-4 and then 1-5 fairly quickly. So I'm going to keep a close eye on that area. Go ahead and highlight this zone a little bit as well again. So we'll see if we can run here to 1-4. Yeah, MNMD is going to be on our list as well. This ticker, let's actually pull it up because I think they also had a catalyst come out today. They're up roughly 10%, 11% pre-market. 286 float, 1 billion market cap. I mean, all these numbers are fairly on the high side. That's why I was more swing trading this one than anything else. They received FDA Type C meeting response for Project Lucy Phase 2 clinical trial. To be honest, I'm not totally sure what Type C meeting response is. Let's see here. Leading to the finalization of the company's clinical development approach for Project Lucy by selecting generalized anxiety disorder as an initial indication. MindMed is on target to formally submit its investigational new drug IND application for Project Lucy at Q3 2021 and expects to launch its Phase 2B clinical trial shortly. Have you guys ever watched this is a little off topic, have you guys ever watched the Lucy movie? Really good movie. So if you guys have not watched this one, I know, again, totally off topic, so good. But I guess the name Lucy was obviously the main character in this film, but it's also one of the first, Homo sapiens ever identified, and they named that Homo sapien Lucy. So I don't know if it builds off of that, but I'm gonna go ahead and like this because we watched it. So good. All right, a little tangent there. Let's keep going down here. Clinical development LSD in the development of LSD in the treatment of anxiety disorders. Some good old microdosing, probably in the line of positive FDA feedback. That's awesome that the FDA is giving positive feedback here. Will pursue the treatment of generalized anxiety disorder as its first indication. Very popular to be addressing that. Clinical development program is scheduled to advance in late 2021. Phase 2 dose optimization study of LSD in approximately 200 patients. They're going to be 200 tripping patients diagnosed with general anxiety disorder. That's awesome. I can't wait to hear the results on this one. We're going to be following up with this for sure. This study with clinical sites mainly in the USA will assess improvements in anxiety symptoms following a single administration of LSD and will be the catalyst to select a final dose to be taken forward into Phase 3 pivotal clinical trials. We are excited to discuss the dates. Well, obviously you guys can read this on your own time. It's also going to be linked in the watch list below. Let's see what else they quickly say here. Generalized anxiety disorder is a chronic, often debilitating mental health disorder that affects approximately 6% of U.S. adults in their lifetimes. That almost seems like it's contradicting each other. Like, it's chronic, but then it affects you at one point in your lifetime. So how long is the term chronic? For a long time, constantly recurring? Yeah, I guess there's no specific date. Maybe over several years. Symptoms of generalized anxiety disorder include excessive anxiety and worry that persists over 6 months. Oh, well, there we have it. 6 months, which can lead to significant impairment in social, occupational, and other functioning, according to the NIMH, National Institute of Mental Health. There has been very little innovation focused on the treatment of generalized anxiety disorder. Honestly, for 6% of the adult U.S. population, and there's not a lot of competition in this space, I mean, they're really setting themselves up here. Let's see, here we go. At present, most antioxylytics, am I saying that right? It sounds so wrong, antioxylytics. Sometimes German to English. If you just type in the word
anxiolytics. Anxiolytics.
Okay, well, there we have it. Anxiolytics are oriented towards suppression of the conscious experience of anxiety. So, treating the symptom as opposed to the root, the cause. Existing medications are taken in anticipation of one's future anxiety as a reaction to a contemporaneous sense of heightened anxiety and anxiety's most acute manifestation to prevent attacks, to avert panic attacks. Cruiser says, I'm getting anxiety just looking at the rising gas prices. But the rising gas prices next to the rising lumber prices, and they'll give you that proper panic attack. Christopher, we are... Oh, what was that? We're watching SNMP, ARPO, MNMD, and then MNMD more for swing trading. It was a swing trade we actually just closed today. Right here at 65, 365 we closed it. Possibly going to be buying back. I think we could see probably a move towards 4 on this ticker. And then NVVE is looking like it might have a nice little bounce off the lows here. I would probably buy more of this ticker, but actually I sold today MNMD, so I could probably buy in my swing trade portfolio some NVVE, but this ticker we're already down quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know, it's not ideal, that's for sure. SNMP selling off a little bit here. Actually, on the 5-minute chart, guys, keep a close eye on here. Coming towards the 9 EMA on the 5-minute chart, looking like potentially a phenomenal buy opportunity. Let's see how it bounces off of this. In the meantime, let's take this opportunity of a slower pre-market to just review the news here a little bit. I did go over it a little bit already. Bill Gates popping up on quite a few news channels here with potential intimate relationship with an employee. Apparently it's been going on for a really long time. I guess it's no major surprise that more news is coming out after the divorce now that it's really in the spotlight. Miami tries to make vaccinations easy wherever people are. That's just where we'll be. That's probably a good idea. Unsuing Heroes. An 8th grade podcast. Good for them. Hard at work over here. NASA rocket launch. Let's keep moving around here. Conflict's second week begins with heavy Israel strikes in Gaza. Battles were waged in the skies above southern Israel and the ground below Gaza City as Israel bombarded tunnels used by Hamas militants to launch attacks. Diplomatic efforts led by the U.S. and a meeting of the UN Security Council over the weekend stalled. Here's the latest on the conflict. This is rough here. Desperate India falls prey to COVID scammers. This is really horrible. As the health care system fails, clandestine markets have emerged for drugs, oxygen, hospital beds, and funerals, fake goods, and maybe putting lives at risk. That's really disheartening to see stuff like that. Yeah, here again, Wall Street Journal front page. Gates left board of directors on Microsoft is what they're referring to amid probe into prior relationships with staffer. Again, Gaza. Here we go. AT&T popping up in the news. I know a lot of people are long AT&T as a dividend stock, although it could be a value trap, which is often discussed. AT&T is in talks to combine its sprawling WarnerMedia division with Discovery, potentially unwinding the telecoms giant's signature bet on media and pressuring on the traditional entertainment business mounts. A lot of telecom companies are unwinding their media holdings. Here we go, AT&T front page on Bloomberg. Bitcoin tumbles after Musk implies Tesla may sell cryptocurrencies. That's been in the news quite a bit. If you guys haven't checked out, I just came out with a video on the channel about that, actually. If you guys are curious, is Dogecoin on Coinbase, and is Bitcoin bad for the environment? Both of these kind of talk about what Elon Musk has been up to, and yeah, this video actually just came out this morning. You could tell I'm a little tired in that video. I think I got the message across, but woo, you could see my eyes. Let me see. This is a little bit more of the Blockbuster deal. We can read through that in a second. Tax day today, guys. Hopefully everyone is done with their taxes already. Always good to get that done before day trading, or maybe just way afterwards. Whew. So yeah, that took me a while. Also, right now, don't forget the IRS, Internal Revenue Service, is doing an investigation with the USA criminal court for trying to find tax fraud, or tax people not paying their taxes. So don't forget, crypto taxes is part of filing your taxes as well. Is this the Bee Gees here? No, that's ABBA. I was like, this can't be the Bee Gees. Okay. Here we go again with Bill Gates. Starbucks and Publix joined the list of companies that have dropped in-store mask requirements for fully vaccinated customers. George Soros' investment firm bought up shares in companies like Discovery and Viacom CBS that were sold off during the Archegos fiasco. Probably a great buy, honestly. University of California schools will completely scrap the SAT and ACT scores from their admissions and scholarship decisions. That's huge. I hated taking those tests. They were miserable. So that's awesome for that. Let's talk here a little bit more about the AT&T slow pre-market, and then we'll get back to what's going on. AT&T is preparing to spin off its entertainment business WarnerMedia and merge it with competitor Discovery, Bloomberg reported yesterday. Competitor Discovery. What's included? WarnerMedia is home to storied brands including CNN, Cartoon Network, Warner Bros., film studios, and HBO. So WarnerMedia, guys, that is massive. Plus streaming services like HBO Max, which is not available in Europe, and it's a constant headache because I want to watch the Silicon Valley series, but I can't here. Which celebrates its first birthday next week. So there we go. That's big news. Discovery Inc., in addition to its namesake TV channel, offers a variety of lifestyle and reality brands: Animal Planet, Oprah Winfrey Network, Food Network, TLC, and HGTV. Honestly, like all these companies, like I don't have a TV anymore, and I don't even know how to get access to these things anymore. Like with the whole Saturday Night Live, I don't think I was the only one that was thinking, how the heck do I watch Saturday Night Live? Like, I don't have a cable plan. It's weird, honestly, but Anyway, let's keep reading here. If the deal pans out and it could be announced as soon as today, that's a pretty compelling content catalog to stand up against streaming heavyweights Netflix and Disney Plus. Yeah, this would be huge, with which boasts 200 plus million and 100 plus million subscribers respectively. That's massive. Combined, WarnerMedia and Discovery would be worth $150 billion. The Financial Times estimates. Wow, so if that merger does go through, which it looks like it is doing, that's definitely going to be a heavyweight for sure. If we go here to infinite market cap, we can kind of scroll down a little bit, and I think it's not long before we see Netflix here at $200 billion. So they're basically going to be $60 to $70 billion away from the market cap of Netflix, which has been dropping significantly. I mean, we can't deny that. So that's an important point to be aware of. So if Warner Media from basically AT&T is selling Warner Media to Discovery, so that merge right there would be $150 billion valuation, and Netflix right now is $220 billion roughly. So you can see how they would be competing. And then Disney Plus, which is just boom, exploding so quickly, and catching up with Netflix is just unprecedented. So let's see if we should read any more here. Yeah, so big picture, owning distribution and content is tough, and Warner Media Discovery merger would underscore the difficulty telecom companies like AT&T and Verizon have had finding a payoff from their media operations. Bloomberg, right? Verizon recently sold its media assets to Apollo Global Management for $5 billion. Remember what kind of horrible deal that was? That was Yahoo and AOL, which they bought for much, much more. I forgot the actual amount. I think it was like $5 billion each. So I think it was like a 50% write-off. If I'm correct there, I could be wrong, but yeah, Verizon also pretty much leveraged when it comes to their media outlets. So I think those are kind of the topics worth discussing today. I know I took a little bit longer on it, but honestly, pre-market's so slow that I figured why not discuss it a little bit longer here. COVID cases are falling nicely. Local trends, BTC in the top 14. Sweet. So I think we're pretty much up to speed. I think we have some interesting news today that could be some good buying opportunities if you kind of relate to stocks a little bit more. Yeah, Colby, I totally agree with that. Totally agree. JKDMM a box says it's about time T did something. Yeah, I also have AT&T in a dividend portfolio, and that company is just like always around like $27. Sometimes it's above it, sometimes it's below it. It was like the boringest stock ever. Yeah, Mark. Life. I hear this is the market percent change. That's correct. Life says I look like a gang member. Yeah, JK says Bill Gates a player. It looks like it, huh? Oh yeah, recovery due road. It's I didn't even want to think about it. Playboy was such a good swing trade, and I freaking dumped that beauty way too early. Yep. Matthew ARPO is on the list as well. Dorsey seems like a peaceful dude with his super long beard and his like His what are they like? They're like isolation tanks that he's always going into, but not necessarily isolation tanks, but like he isolates himself from any sort of signals, and I don't know what it's referred to. I read it a long time ago. There's a word for it. Anyway, guys, we got a minute leading up to the market open. Comment collected here. I don't really see a reason to rush into anything. I think SNMP obviously is our lead gapper. It's not super overtraded, so we might see a nice run here. I like the upside to about 1.4. I like the fact that 40 million market cap, roughly 40 million float. That's really nice. Good catalyst with that partnership news. So I'm pretty bullish on SNMP. 20% pulled back here pre-market, but that's not really too bad. ARPO could be a good play as well. Little thicker traded pre-market, actually quite a bit. Huge resistance here at 1.6, but if we can break that, I think we might see a nice run pretty quickly to 2 or so. They're up on first quarter results, so everything's looking pretty okay. MNMD for a possible swing trade. Bouncing off the lows, also has a catalyst today. 12 seconds here before the market opens. So good luck, everyone. Comment collected. Let's go. Sometimes it's a little tricky to trade with the decimal places, so I zoomed out already a little bit. Ooh, big sellers coming in here. Let's see if it holds. I wouldn't be surprised if it held. Holding, still holding. Do small size here, 2000 starter size. Let's see if we can keep breaking here above VWAP. No, I'm still selling off. Looking for it to hold, and then we rip past 108. Still a lot of sellers here. Yeah, good thing I did small size. Might have to cut this one. Yeah, 120. Another buying opportunity coming up here at $1. This is going to be definitely a critical support zone. Here down 8%. See if we can get a fill here. A little bit of a dip trade. The decimal places are kind of rough on this ticker. It does make it a little bit tricky to trade this. We went down to 99. Let's see if we can go any lower. I would like to get a little bit better deal on this one. Go in here with the second size, ideally. Missed my fill again there. These extended decimal places are always a little bit tricky. Maybe we'll get a move past 1.3. Scratching 1.4, not bad. I'm going to cut this one. I bought too soon. Red to green's going a little bit slow, but we might break past 1.4. So I took a small loss on that one. I did a tiny position size, so that I was kind of like really overly relaxed on it because I had almost no skin in the game. So slow stuff. That was my first trade of the day. It's exciting, finally. It's been slow. ARPO, I actually had a nice little launch there. Pulling back. There's such big resistance on this ticker that I wasn't really looking to trade it until we really pop over 1.5 and hold that area. But right now it could be a good pullback opportunity. ARPO. APLS, nice little move there. A little bit out of our wheelhouse. SNMP still selling off, so good thing I cut my losses on this one. AMC being called out. AMC had a pretty nice bounce yesterday. Remember we traded this one in this area. Closed profit way too soon though. Yeah, nice move on AMC for sure. Having a healthy pullback here. MNMD selling off, could be an amazing entry on that ticker. There goes SNMP. Wow, look at that crack. Busts up and gets halted. I guess I cut my losses a little bit too quick on that one. Nice. All right, SNMP back in the game here. With a 40 million float, I got to say, I was not expecting this ticker to get halted, but this is exciting. We're going to have probably a 5-minute halt here. It's going to open up at 39 and 56 seconds, so roughly at 940. Just shy of 940. This is gonna be a fun open for sure. Good old Rite Aid, Pablo. That was one of the first companies I was trading a long time ago. I feel like you never forget your firsts. DBGI being called out. Wow, what a sell-off this ticker had. No halts. Oh my lord. Yeah, I'm mentally exhausted. So DBGI, yep, being called out here. Both halting on volatilities. EGH on the list. I wasn't really watching EGH too much due to its low volume, but hey, that spike there was not bad at all. Yeah, SNMP, DBGI. I think the sharks are gonna be circling. This is looking like we might have a little bit of halt action coming in here. DBGI. Both are going to resume roughly the same time. They both got halted almost identically at the same time. I'm actually surprised coin is down so much today. APLS is actually turning into one of the tickers that seems very tradable. Last little volume spike though. It's very dry in terms of momentum. All right, guys, it's 9:39. We should see a little bit of action coming up soon. MNMD, nice little 4% bounce there. So clearly there's buyers on this one ready to go. Had a nice little red to green classic panic move. I'm going to keep an eye on it, actually. Could be worth trading here. All right, let's go to SNMP. Going to open up in roughly 10 seconds here. 2,000 shares ready to go on this ticker. Let's see if we can get hit 1.4. Putting some orders there at 112. Not really sure if we're going to dip there. TOS is making this ticker really tricky to trade. Could see another continuation here on SNMP. I mean, that pullback, that first breakout was really, really good opportunity. Looks like it might pull back a little bit more here. First size long at 1.6, 115. See if we can do another fill here at 1.6. Long there. Full size would be around 12,000 shares, maybe a little bit more. So I'm doing small size on this ticker because it's being halted. It's also a little bit tricky to trade here on TOS with the extended decimal places. I keep having to try to zoom in and out, but the platform tries to correct itself, and then it just all gets a little bit messy. A little bit more of a pullback there. Yeah, here we go, a little correction. See if we can get another size there at 13. It's kind of one of the few tickers here that's even tradable at the moment. A little bit slower of a continuation than I was hoping for. Slowly building my size into this one. Right now we're at a pretty interesting 5-minute pullback zone. Back here to 1.5. So I was going a little bit too aggressive at first on this one. Yeah, it didn't break out there. Gotta watch out. Don't want to get stuck in a halt on this ticker. Down 16. It moves very, very quickly. That's why I'm using smaller size on this ticker. Not even a 10K position size. Actually, just about one. Yeah, you can see there's definitely a lot of sellers going on here. Getting close to stopping out here. That's the only thing that's extremely uncomfortable for me. Yeah, close, close, close. Had to cut a little bit there, or else I'd be stopped out for the day. It's an unfortunate spot. I actually, if anything, I wanted to buy there. I'm already using smaller size, but I had to cut there because if I'm getting close to $1,000 down, then it would be, you know, only $500 away from stopping me out on the day, and I don't want to get stopped out for, you know, just one trade. But yeah, I mean, it's struggling here, this ticker, so sell volume has really been spiking. A little bit unfortunate is what it is. Didn't work out this time. It's crawling back up, closed at 105 half size. Yeah, I'm out of this one. Let's see. I have a pretty decent loss on this ticker. It's not really the end of the world. But overall, it was probably a good time to throw up the disclaimer here. But overall, yeah, live to see another day on that one. Down, oh, forgot you guys were not there for a second. Down 859 on that one. So we had a close there, half size. I closed at 105, and the other half, luckily had a little bit better of an exit. I kind of wanted to buy a little bit more there, but the problem was, again, I was already using like half size on this ticker because I wasn't super confident with it. But even with using half size, it was selling off so much, so quickly, percentage-wise, that I was still kind of putting myself in a tough position. So I couldn't really risk you know, holding on to it, because if it kept flushing another 5%, I would be stopped out for the day, and to me, it wasn't really worth it. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, a little bit of a rough Monday here, huh? So only 2 trades today. Unfortunately, you know, I missed that big pop to the upside, and then we actually ended up getting, you know, kind of crushed on the way to the downside. So kind of nasty here. My biggest red day in May was like a $700 red day. So, you know, an $800 loss is pretty heavy right off the bat, but it is what it is. I've had, you know, $2,000+ losses just like that. So it's not really the biggest deal. Just a little bit unfortunate because there's not a lot to be trading here that really excites me. ATOS, you know, we've talked about this ticker a few times. I haven't really been watching it, but it is on a healthy little crawl to the upside. Can't complain about that. What was this ticker doing pre-market? That's the question, you know. Pre-market, it was up around 11%. Yeah, really, really slow, huh? 38. 40 float, roughly 38 million market cap. Oh, wait, never mind. That was SNMP. I was just looking up the wrong ticker. Well, on the bright side, I feel a little bit more awake. On the downside, it wasn't for the best reason. 350 market cap. That's okay. 72 million float on ATIOS. A little bit on the high side, but totally okay. Up on quarterly results. So pretty consistent ticker. We should see some good consistency out of that one. ARPO selling off. ATOS looking good. SNMP. You know, it's tempting to trade because of that quick movement it has, which is really nice. I'm always looking for tickers that have fast rate of change, so maybe we'll trade it again. I'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, I don't know. Overall, kind of a slow day, but there's opportunities. I haven't really been able to keep an eye on DBGI, but had its own little 13. That's a nasty flush, 13%. I don't know. It would make me a little bit nervous trading in this area, especially if it crawls up here to 5 just to get another flush. I'm not sure if I can jump in on that ticker. Hard to say for sure. We actually had some decent red to green moves. Let's see how MNMD's doing. Breaking the double bottom just slightly here. Yeah, Infinity Master for sure. Yeah, that's why on a like a zero trading day or a small green day or even a small red day, sometimes I'm pretty happy because it's like, you know, we avoided some big losers. So that's really good to keep in mind. And I kind of always try to say on this channel that I feel like maybe for a lot of new people it doesn't make sense, but anyone that's been here for a few weeks definitely understands that. Just like you, Infinity Master. I see a lot of people calling out DBGI, but to be honest, I'm not seeing it as much, I feel like, as you guys are. But you know, the fact that this ticker sold off so much could lead it for some really good bottom bounces, but I'm just not seeing those nice moves on it that seem like you guys are seeing for how much you guys are calling this ticker out. SNMP actually ended up crawling up here pretty good. So what we could have done maybe was go into full size. But again, I was trying to explain why I wasn't doing that is because I was risking a lot. That would really be putting myself in a really tight position. Unfortunately, it looks like I was one of the people here that was shaken out at roughly one of the worst times. It is what it is. Happens every now and then. I really can't do anything about it. So let's keep watching and maybe we'll find another move. If not, we'll wrap it up. Yeah, as an MP, there's the flush. That's, you know, no surprise there. Man, what a snooze fest, huh? Oh well. Can't get good days every day. Yeah, exactly, Mark. That's you know, averaging into a loser is you're really opening yourself up for a big loss, and that's, you know, this time maybe it could have worked out. Maybe I still would have got shaken out at a bad time. It's hard to say. But, you know, it only takes one time where it keeps going down another 10%, and all of a sudden you're at a $2,000-$3,000 loss based on my current position sizes, and that's which would be, you know, you're at like a 10-15% loss, and then you're really taking an unnecessarily large loss for no reason. So I think with trading sometimes it's really just figuring out how to avoid those situations, and if you could avoid those, you know, that's pretty much the majority of the battle, and then you just, you know, milk it on the good days. Pretty much that simple. I always feel a little bit kind of shaky when I'm looking around trying to find a trade. I never like being in that position, and I kind of feel like I'm doing that right now, where I'm browsing tickers trying to find something. Usually means that the market's just not good right now. It probably also means that we might have some really good midday trading coming up here. Midday or late day, power hour, something like that. I wouldn't be surprised, but maybe we're going to have some really, really legit trading coming up shortly. I really like MNMD, so I might go in for a day trade on this ticker. I'm going to keep watching it here. Maybe it's going to sell off again. There's bigger support roughly at 35. It's had a bit of a multiple bottom here. I'm not sure if it's going to keep selling off. I'll keep an eye on it. I wouldn't be surprised if it had a little break here to the upside. Yep, that's actually roughly what I did. I went in with a very small size. If full size would have been about, I don't know, about 15,000 shares. So my first size was just 2,000 shares. So that allowed me to average down. But that ticker was, you know, it wasn't just pulling back 1, 2, 3% like usual. You know, that thing pulled back like almost 30%. So even with a small size, it was still getting close to my max stop on it. Watching MNMD. It's doing the trade I was kind of looking to get into. Still not really seeing it on DBGI. I don't know. I might be missing it, but I'd rather miss a trade that I don't really understand, and I don't see it on DBGI. ATOS had a bigger sell-off just now. Markets are overall kind of red. Bitcoin down 10% today. What a hit on Bitcoin. Down $5,000, 45K right now. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a bloodbath out here. My God. Yeah, Brent, that's true. Sorry. Thanks for correcting me there. Bitcoin's roughly at the same. BTC, it looks like on Binance right now is at 45,151. I mean, it hit a low of today. It hit a low of 41,550 roughly. So crazy. Everything is just taking a bit of a hit. Nano's actually up a little bit. today's actually a great day to buy. I feel like if I wasn't pretty allocated overall right now, I would be looking to buy more. And I do have some funds available, so I might actually do that. Still thinking MNMD might be a really good trade. I kind of missed where I wanted to probably trade this one, but it's slow. It's really slow. It's a total snooze fest out here, guys. Might have to wrap up the day here with my $800 loss, which is, you know, never the funnest way to wrap up a day. Down 859 day trading. All we did today was trade SNMP, 2 trades on it, which you guys could obviously watch and play back. I mean, on SNMP, might be a trade opportunity crawling into our lap here on this one if you're looking for a little bit of a scalp. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little retrace popping up on this ticker, but it could easily flush. I'm not sure if it's worth it. It has very light volume right now, which is usually a red flag. SPCE, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if I try to swing trade this one. Had a nice little red to green here. I had a limit order as an alert because TOS alerts aren't really that reliable. I would like to get long space. I might put it in my swing trade portfolio, which we have about you know, a small position ready to go. So I think I'm going to be buying some space. I'm not sure if I'm going to be buying it just yet, but I'll put an alert here below 16, and then maybe, oh, well, there it goes. I'll put it even lower, and maybe at one point today, if I go long it, I'll be sure to let you guys know in the Discord, which I'll quickly post a link here to if anyone is curious. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up here. So, yeah, small red day, but it is, well, actually, not a small red day. It's like a pretty decent red day, actually, today. Ah, well, it is what it is. You know, live to trade another day, so I'm going to wrap it up here. I'll be in the Discord. If I go long space, there's a good chance I might swing trade it, and I might even day trade it. I'm not sure. I'm not crazy about swing trading. I mean, day trading mid-caps, but sometimes I do it. We'll see. We'll see. For now, pause kind of off. I'm going to kind of call it here, and we'll see what happens. Michael's up 76 cents. Hey, man, I wish I was up 76 cents, so enjoy it. All right, guys, like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Easiest way to support the channel. And check out that Dogecoin video I came out with earlier. It's 8 minutes long. I think you guys are going to like some of the stuff we talk about there. All right, guys, I'll see you then next time. Ciao, ciao. Peace.